All right, it's been a rocky start, to say the least, for MLB The Show 24, but this week should be big. We've got a lot of brand new content that is not in packs, and it really should stand to shake up Diamond Dynasty. From everything to the market, how you see your teams, this is going to be a wild ride, so leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about it. But first, a quick word from Underdog Fantasy. Baseball is officially back, and that means Underdog is in full swing. And they've really stepped up their game this year, with more player props than ever. It's as simple as it could be. You just pick a higher or lower on a player's prop, such as Ronald Acuna Jr.'s fantasy points, or you can get a bit freaky with the peppers. These are enhanced multipliers. You see Fernando Tatis hitting a home run would net you a 2.75 multiplier, dramatically increasing your payout. This year for baseball, Underdog is launching rescues. If a player in the starting lineup gets taken out of the game before his third plate appearance, you can be eligible for a rescue, which in today's MLB, where seemingly everybody gets hurt, is very helpful. You guys can use my promo code GOMES and you'll get a $100 deposit match. I've been loving playing Underdog while watching the game so far this season, and you guys make sure to check them out. Thank you to Underdog for sponsoring the channel. We got a pretty full slate of content, and there's more than just meets the eye than what's on the schedule. At this point, we pretty much have come to expect that every week, if not twice a week, we're going to get the Seasons Award drop, which of course is going to be a new program in the game and also new packs in the game as well. I do think there's a chance that they will alter, we've had this conversation, that they would put a pack in the program somewhere so you have a chance to access this content outside of buying a pack on the store or going to the marketplace to buy a card. But either way, let me know who you think is having a killer start to the 2024 MLB season and who deserves a Seasons Awards card. Because all that is building up to next week, Friday, 2 Fridays from now, where we're going to have the first Lightning Award player. And it will be in the program. You will not have to open packs to get the Lightning cards this year. On Wednesday, look out for the show classics. Just going to be honest, I have a sneaking suspicion that might be in the pack market. I don't know what it is, but something's telling me that. But of course, those will be previous release cards from past MLB The Shows. It's always fun when they bring back some MLB The Show legends. Again, let me know in the comments a favorite card of yours that you'd love to see added to MLB 24 from years past. Here's the big one that's really going to shake things up. Team Affinity Chapter 2 coming on Friday. Of course, if you remember, Team Affinity, they had planned to be a multi-act structure. Multiple Team Affinity chapters within one season. The thought process was there to spread out the content so it doesn't all release right at one time. Having multiple chapters within a season, about once a month, allows the content to breathe. And it's also integral if they want to keep the overall progressive scale going upwards. Keep putting out better cards to build your team as the season goes on. And if you check out this tweet from a couple days ago where they revealed the Pipeline series, they talked about looking forward to more Pipeline series players and new Team Affinity events and other areas of Diamond Dynasty. Now the Pipeline series, of course, are, in my eyes, just a reskin of what used to be the Future Star series in MLB The Show. These are top prospects per MLB Pipeline rankings that are going to get some really good cards in Team Affinity. And I would guess, based off that tweet, it's leaning toward all of Team Affinity being MLB Pipeline players. So a big prospect, 1 diamond for every team, 30 new cards coming into Team Affinity Chapter 2, which is obviously really exciting. We're just going through some of the top prospects right here. Who do you guys want to see? I mean, there's a lot of names. We've already gotten your Jackson Holidays, your Paul Skeens. We've got guys like Roderick Arias of the Yankees last week in the Pipeline pack. I'm really curious who this could be, and personally, I always love the future stars coming into the game because MLB The Show video games can be used as an educational tool. The names we'll hear about for decades to come. They're going to take over the reins of baseball once the current stars retire. And my guess would be that with Team Affinity Chapter 1 being 89 overalls and us continuing on the power creep, that we're probably going to see somewhere in the range of 93, 94 overalls for Team Affinity Chapter 2. And again, furthering the conversation we've been having here, I don't know really where the pack content of prior falls into place. You know, you look at chase cards like Wyatt Langford or Shota Imanaga. Cards that are good, no doubt, but ultimately, this is a 93 overall. And if we get a whole batch of 93s, maybe even 94s for free, I just don't see these cards sustaining that much value. So my recommendation would absolutely be to go on a bit of a fire sale. I would definitely take a look at the pack card content that you do have and probably start looking to sell it off. Because as we get better cards in the game, and again, better cards that are coming out for the low cost of free, I think it's hard to believe that these cards will sustain their value. And an interesting conversation then is live series, because the live series collection is a lot different than it's ever been before. You mainly look at the value of live series as what will be rather than what is right now. Because if you completed live series right now, there's a good chance you would maybe only be using some of the live series cards, and then for collections, you know, this Rafael Palmeiro might not cut your team. You'd be looking at pretty much just this Pedro Martinez, who's still a very good starting pitcher, and then of course the Babe. You know, pretty much two cards that you would get for collecting all of these that would be best for your team right now. But that's, again, just a sign of where we are with the power creep, and with all these cards being core series, they'll be right up towards the top of the scale come Season 2, when that begins in two months. So I could see live series kind of staying put. I know with the flash sales and all the pack content that's been released, the prices of these have really fluctuated a ton, but I think they've kind of bounced back, and I think they'll kind of reach a stalemate for at least a little bit, kind of keep where they are. If you have some of these top diamonds, they're some of the best cards in the game with their Inside Edge boost, the possibility to get supercharged, but they do go for a lot. So it's really up to whether or not you value collections or not. And another big one, we've got new ranked, new battle royale, and a new event. All three of the online modes are getting new rewards. As for events, I wouldn't really expect to be amazed. The cards have been decent. As Brian Abreu, he's got decent stats, no doubt, but the pitch mix is not quite up to par. He's okay, but he goes for like 20K. It's still worthwhile to play events to get the cards, but don't expect something that's really going to break the Richter scale here. Interestingly enough, Battle Royale only launched at 91s, and events launched with a 90 overall Anthony Rendon. So I'd expect Battle Royale to just be a titch above that. So if we get 93 in event, we'll get like a 94 in Battle Royale. So we're going to get new cards here in the Flawless program. And again, this is not a bad thing to look at for just making some guaranteed stubs, because again, these cards do go for a lot. I mean, like 5K for one gold card. This path really does not take that long to do. Battle Royale is probably the most worth it online mode for you to play. And then ranked seasons, that's the big one. The highest overall rewards, as they've said, has stayed true. 93s at launch with this Randy Johnson and the Ernie Banks. So now, a month later into the game, I'd expect we're probably going to get 96, maybe even a 97 overall reward for the second iteration of ranked seasons in Season 1 of MLB 24. Again, it'll work the same way. There's going to be a card within the program that you can earn up to on the first day. But as far as the later on reward, the actual World Series reward, you would have to wait until the second drop, a couple of weeks in, to be able to finish it without reaching the 900 rating. Also, a check-in, roster update. A lot of people have been wondering, when's the first attribute roster update going to happen? I would again say, and I've said this before, I think probably 2 weeks from now still. They typically wait for the first roster update for attributes to be about a month into the MLB season, just so they give a chance they have something to actually base their adjustments, upgrades, or downgrades on. So keep putting in investments. We did put out a video talking about the best cards to invest in at the beginning of the season. And once we do have a date for the actual roster update, we'll update that. And also a whole video I have planned on how to get stubs, because I know that's been very frustrating with how market and pack oriented the game has become this year. So we'll figure out some ways for you guys to get some good progress and be able to actually afford the content that's being released. But again, this week we've got a lot of stuff that you don't have to pay a dime for. You can just play the game and reap the rewards. So again, let me know in the comments section what you guys think about the week coming ahead. Got a lot of videos planned, and we'll be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend. Check it out. Thank you for watching.